Good evening. Thanks, Soren, and thanks, Bluegrass. That was a great set. So now, all the way from Tennessee, we have Nathan Stanley and Constant Sorrow.
Saturday night, Todd.
Well, the concert was really good. I wish you could have made it, Darcy.
Yes, as is such.
Yeah, but no, it was really good. I mean, the turnout was pretty good, and Bluegrass did a great job.
They bring them in. They always bring a little crowd. Yep.
Yeah, so that was amazing. Nathan Stanley and Constant Sorrow, they performed. They did an amazing show. Like, they're really entertaining. Like Nathan Stanley. I want to get a jacket like this. Did you see the sparkle in his jacket? So I might have to get one of those and wear
It showed really nice on the recording, the lights.
Yeah. Do you think that would be appropriate for me wearing a jacket like that?
I think you should open every show like that.
Okay. Yeah. But did you see the video? Like, I had a couple problems. So
there were a few. It's all right.
So you specifically told me what buttons to push, but I was so.
There was a lot to do. There was a lot to do.
You know, they were all set up, and we put the microphones out, and I pressed some buttons, and then we didn't get any sound. So we totally did not record Bluegrass because I had forgotten that I don't have to press two buttons, the microphone and the transmitter.
Yep.
So I totally flubbed that. And then...
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we didn't... And then Tyler Borgen came and he switched in his transmitter receivers, and of course the problem was that the microphones went on. So we finally figured that out, and then we didn't check the sound levels, so you probably noticed the sound levels were a little high.
The sound levels they're pretty high, pretty saturated, pretty.
Yeah, and I'm a sound guy because I'm sort of amateur, and so I know that when the sound levels are saturated, it's almost impossible to fix. So
yeah.
So
we didn't get a decent recording of Nathan Stanley, and we didn't get a recording of Bluegrass at all. But we have lots of recordings of Bluegrass, and I play them all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I had written a monologue to introduce Bluegrass and Nathan Stanley, and of course that didn't get recorded. But of course I have it
But
written
we
down.
can hear it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so do you want me to read it right now?
Well, you can read it right now.
The reason I decided to write a monologue to introduce Bluegrass and Nathan Stanley because it's clear that bluegrass is very popular in northern Minnesota. So this is what I wrote to explain why.
Bluegrass, yeah.
So, okay. There is something about bluegrass music that makes perfect sense up here. At first, that seems odd. Bluegrass comes from Appalachia, or as we say in northern Minnesota, Appalachia, from the hills and hollers of Kentucky, Virginia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. Not northern Minnesota, where the land is flatter, colder, and full of lakes that look beautiful in July and slightly judgmental by November. But the music travels well because the feeling travels well. Bluegrass was born where people worked hard, lived close to the land, and knew distance from money, from people they loved. It came out of church music, old fiddle tunes, ballads brought across the ocean, African American blues, mountain harmonies, and people trying to keep their spirits alive when life was not making that easy. And if that does not fit northern Minnesota, I don't know what does. Up here we know about distance. The distance between November and April, between International Falls and Birchdale, between what a man feels and what he is willing to say out loud at the gas station. There is mournfulness in this landscape. Not sadness exactly, more like honesty. The spruce trees do not flatter you. The lake in October does not say, "You're doing great." It just sits there, gray and cold, and lets you consider your choices. That's why a banjo does not sound foreign here. A fiddle does not have to explain itself. A high, lonesome harmony can rise up in this country and not seem dramatic at all. I imagine some lonely Norwegian fellow years ago, living in a little cabin on a lake near here. He has one chair, one stove, one coffee pot, and a fiddle he brought along from the old country, because apparently winter was not emotionally challenging enough. He has not seen another person in 3 days, except maybe through blowing snow, and even that might have been a tamarack stump. So he takes out the fiddle after supper. He plays a tune from the old country, but by the second verse it has picked up sorrow from the lake, rhythm from the axe, Lutheran restraint, which means nobody is going to clap too much, even if they like it. Maybe across the water, another man, maybe he's a Swede, hears it faintly and says, "Well, that's nice," but of course he does not go over, because that would be intrusive. That to me is the northern version of the high, lonesome sound. Bluegrass does have joy in it, but not cheap joy. It is joy with calluses, joy that has buried people, lost money, missed chances, and still shows up with a mandolin. It says life is hard, but we are going to play fast anyway. That's why it fits tonight. Nathan Stanley comes here carrying a remarkable family legacy. His grandfather, Ralph Stanley, and Ralph's brother Carter helped shape one of America's great sounds, mournful, sacred, fierce, and beautiful all at once. And Slewgrass, our own local bluegrass band, opens with the North Country version of that same impulse, people gathering with strings and voices to make the room less lonely. That is what music does. It takes isolation and turns it into harmony. It takes private sorrow and gives it a chorus. It takes a cold northern evening and says, for a couple of hours anyway, nobody has to sit alone in the cabin with the fiddle. Though if you do, at least tune it first. Anyway.
Right on. That's perfect. That was great.
Thanks.
Very nice. Yeah. True, 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 true. All of it. Yes.
So, what do you think we can do? Can you take that monologue and put it online and maybe show the people on KCCTV some Slewgrass and maybe a Nathan Stanley tune or two?
We'll get it.
Okay.
Get it. Perfect. All right.
Born with a banjo in his hand, it was all a part of God's bigger plan. With his name up in lights so small beside this man, singing his songs across the land. I thank you for giving this precious gift so free, and he'll always be Papa to me. If he should go before my time is through, a part of me will be in heaven too. I thank you for time, Lord, with him I'm all in need. His name is Dr. Ralph Stanley. No one else on earth will take his place, or fill the shoes he wears with dignity, with a voice